Welcome. This is Alex Grimes' second King the Great, the best of all time. We're here with our second edition of Fake Out. Fucking third edition. Fuck. I already fucked it up. We're here with UCL BigPugs.
That's good, guys.
He's been a ex-commissioner, arguably the best player in the league. Is it arguably or are you?
Maybe I used to be. I don't know about anymore.
Yeah, you're washed up. You're ugly.
Yeah.
And we got Zazo, Iron Flash Gaming.
Hey,
Big game. We're the big boys now. How you doing?
great. They
All
call
right.
they call me the BBC King.
Oh, God.
Oh God. Dang. BBC King. I'm just.
Alex, why don't we call you anything like that?
We're not gonna get into the semantics about it. We're not worried about none of that shit.
Wait, okay, just one. My bad.
Lying. How many inches? Never mind. Don't worry. Don't answer that. So, tell me a little bit more about yourself, because the UCL members, we know BigPugs, but who are you? Who are you?
So I heard you guys are little boys over there. So
Oh,
you need to bring-
what?
Wait, hold on. Stop right there. First off, you don't come on my show and disrespect the king.
We're big men. Hello?
Big men. Grown men.
Wait, I think he's trolling. It's fine.
Yeah, he's fucking around. He don't mean it.
Not gonna lie, you guys kind of smell like some betas around here, but
Wolf.
God damn, what's the problem? Who are you?
Immediately.
I thought
Man, fucking point blank in broad daylight. First second on the show starts ripping into the king. Hello?
popping in. Who do you think he
Unreal.
is?
hey,
He got some problems.
Hold up. Check yourself. Hold up.
they call me the
What?
problem solver.
Hold up. Take a sec. Take a second, check yourself.
Now.
Take a second. Let's take a second here. Check yourself. Where are you?
I'm too much of an issue for you, sir.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out.
Yeah.
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 Big man.
Yeah.
So are you like some sort of important person or something? Because I don't know you.
Hmm? Me either.
I'm a king and I don't know you.
I mean,
Huh?
nothing special. Like, I won Gen 6 leagues, Gen 7 leagues, Gen 8
Oh.
leagues,
Oh.
Team Tours, DPL, TDT.
Oh. Okay. So you got. I guess you got some accolades. I guess, but
That's interesting because IDGAF. So Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't in those leagues, so I don't know if you could. You think you could be me? Me?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if we could take out a single Mon, to be honest.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. Well, but I'm the king though. So
Yeah.
are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of a
No.
dangerous individual myself, to be
Hey,
honest.
he doesn't sound too sure.
I don't see what your problem is.
I'm just saying, I'm as a third party here, not involved either way. You don't sound too sure.
I'm gonna say it like this. I said, I like you and I want you. We could do this the easy way or the hard way.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. And the bad thing is, some of these cringe white dudes don't even understand that reference. Holy shit.
I like not being one of them, at least to some extent.
But
All right.
you at least got it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in it enough. I try to do my due diligence.
So, like, all right, my favorite Pokemon is Suicune, legendary, like myself. So what, like, I don't even think your favorite Pokemon could even stand a chance against mine. So what is it?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what Suicune does to a Sea King.
Oh shit, you got the
The
king,
Mo monster.
the moat monster. Oh shit. No.
You try to hit me with the HP electric. Try to hit me for super effective lightning rod.
Oh shit. You got acupuncture on that?
Yes.
Oh shit.
That shit.
Uh oh.
Mo
That's
monster.
problem.
Towards
Kingly
end.
Pokemon. That's a kingly Pokemon. Oh shit.
That's an Alice Grimes classic. You're on a Sea King wave.
That
That's
is
it.
That is an Alex Grimes classic. I did beat somebody with waterfall, rest, sleep, talk, acupuncture. And the
Yeah, I
game
remember
was
that.
like
That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
The moat monster. That shit was fire. I gotta put the. I gotta remember to put.
Yeah, that is the one playing in the back. The mom monster going off. That's sick. I'm with that.
Oh shit, that was great. And everybody was popping off in the chat.
I think I was at work. I think I was like busy at work, and somebody was like, "You need to tune into this." Alex is beating someone with acupressure, rest, sleep talk, Sea King. I think I was like in the middle of like actively doing something, trying to watch that game.
I didn't start fucking attacking until like 40 turns in. Just the Sea King being on the board. That shit was crazy. All right, that leads into my actual second question. So obviously, acupuncture fucking Sea King isn't meta. Most of the time, since we've been out from isolation, we've been seeing like Dragapult, Mega Diancie, fucking like everybody picking Pokemon 1, 2, and 3, and also freaking Dr. Slacking made that video and we responded to it about draft being stale. What do you think about? Do you think draft stale, Zazo?
Okay, two things. One, my boy Matty Brolick, he created a league called UDL, and so the prices are based on usage. So for example, usually round one, pick one, Dragapult, Mega Diancie, right? In that same order, and it's almost like whatever order you are in the draft is like what you picked, but how he created it is if you continuously do that, Dragapult will cost way too much, or Mega Diancie will cost way too much.
That shit is fire.
And
That's fire.
And so you have to keep reinventing the wheel, whereas things that aren't ever used, those become way too cheap. Now we're getting like 5 point, 4 point megas.
Oh shit.
So, and the other thing with the is Draft League dead? So it's interesting because you have so many people that love draft and that aspect where you still have mountains of communities facing each other. But what really got a lot of people excited was the YouTube scene, and it's hard to get people involved with that because first off, if you think about draft format, first off, you got to think of like 90% of the world doesn't play Pokemon. Then the other 90% of all the people that play Pokemon, only 10% of those play competitively. And then out of all of those, only 10% play draft. So it's a very small market. And then on top of that, you keep seeing using the same shit over and over and over again. And two is like, leagues, they take like 2-3 months, and some people don't have the time for that. But the thing is, boomers like me and you, we ain't going nowhere.
We're still going at it. 7 years. Holy shit, we've been at it for 7 years. We've been doing this longer than I've been married. Yeah,
bro. We getting up on 30-year-old dudes just playing some fucking Pokemon game.
I'll be 30. I'll be 30 next year.
It's funny too, because I've also, like, I don't know about y'all, but I've stopped buying like the actual games that come out on cartridge now. It's just like a showdown thing. Like I didn't get Sword and Shield. I don't play the games even on cartridge anymore. I'm just on showdown like that now, like playing on ladder, like random battles or whatever, learning the stuff through there, which is crazy to me considering when I was a kid it was all about the cartridges, and now I'm just like, when a new game comes out, I'm like, yo, when's that shit dropping on showdown? Like I'm trying to get in there, like.
Yeah, so what's interesting about me is like I actually really didn't play any of the games growing up, and my story is like I played Gen 1, but I never finished any of the other games. And one day I came upon Showdown around Gen 6, and then I got into Draft League, and Draft League actually got me to kind of play Pokemon. So it's actually vice versa than everybody else. Everybody, they play the mainstream games, and then they get into competitive. Mine was kind of like opposite in a way.
It's funny too, because that actually kind of, again, not exactly opposite, but it's almost along the lines of where I was too. Where as a kid, I wasn't really much of a gamer in general. I was much like, like we said, little kids. Like games weren't big when we were young. It was going outside. So I really, like, all the way even into high school, didn't really game like that. Besides like 2K and Madden, like all the other high school kids played. And once I got into college, it was the same thing, that me and Noob here and just a bunch of other dudes, we all just kind of started playing Pokemon at the same time. And we're like, we should make a league out of this. And some of us had like a pretty big sports background. So it started as like a fantasy league, but Pokemon. And like, we didn't even know really that there were like draft communities until one of our other dudes, Plaids, like James Tagg, came together and he made the whole league and put it all together and wrote up our rules. So we were in Draft League, like as Draft League as a whole started, kind of on our own little side mission. Like never, so we've been doing it forever, it feels like at this point. And like I said, like, so that coming into Showdown and playing Showdown with my friends every day in college, like got me going into, I played so much X and Y and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I got into that. But, you know, as the systems moved out of handheld, obviously now I'm not sitting there and playing on the consoles though the whole time.
So one of the most interesting things that have happened in the larger community over the time is, one, this is a super throwback, is there's these things called League Wars, where if you so then there was League Wars way back in the day, and then those kind of died off, but then there's these things called Team Tours. So how that works is that you have basically a total of like 10 captains, and but they're kind of like 6 different teams, and long story short, people draft other people. And so it's like, so if you were a captain, you would draft me, and you only have so much budget to pay for players. And you start off with 120K, and each player, the min bid is 5K. So then you get to play as like you draft your UCL buddies. You guys would play as a team to face other people in this team tour. It's pretty cool. We've
had something kind of similar within our ranks like that. But rather than draft, they were just balanced, and then we would play like a team tour amongst ourselves. We liked it for a while. There were some flaws in the format, but it was super, super fun. But I do like the idea of like a drafted team tour, like a weighted team tour, which is something we always tried to do, but thought it might like mess with competitive integrity, because we all know how good we are now because we played with each other for so many years. But it's super cool to think of as like a wider format, and you know, it is something that we landed on that would be super fun. So I think it would be fun to maybe try to join another league as a team. And I know one group within the UCL did that. Unfortunately, I think the league was like kind of poorly run and fell through. But you know, they were destroying it though. Yeah, I believe they're a second seed overall of the team. So I would like to see us move out for these type of team leagues. And I think, like you said, like if we could afford all ourselves, it'd be cool to have like a UCL team kind of approach another league.
Yep.
But I did want to go back on that question too about whether draft has become stale, because we talked, you know, we went back to it. I think draft really, like, this might be a weird hot take, but was stale from the beginning. I think draft is like an inherently kind of like a flawed format when it's played perfectly. Like, and then you think about it, like a lot of games, the wider and wider the cast becomes, it gives this illusion of like, oh my God, there's so much I can play. But when that happens, a lot of the time, what ends up happening is, there's only 1 or 2 things you can play. And you look at these games with like League of Legends, League of Legends, that's exactly what I thought. What was it? It was like season 7 or season 8, where you'd see the exact same 10 units battling entire worlds. The entire world. And same thing with the Pokemon ladder. I was gonna say too, especially specific in this, and where I was, you know, PU or ZU, these bottom tiers that are the widest tiers out of all of them. A lot of the meta in those is just to a meta that's similar in the top tier draft league, which is very like wish protect heavy, not a lot of breaking, very, very stale, with like random cheeses that come through to beat the wish protect, and the meta feels very slow and stale because there's not a lot of interaction, because it is based upon countering. There's nothing good enough in the PU tier to attack every team, that it just becomes, what if I countered everything and just stalled it out? And I think Draft League echoes that, because when there's not enough on the enemy team that actually matters, and if you have a bad matchup, that's where you get these cool games of like, oh, I swept with this. But if the matchup is about equal, a lot of the times what teams are built to do are just stonewall them and toxic out and find way to hazard through. So I think I think the format itself is what is stale, and I think that's why people always leave Draft League and after they hit a certain level go on, because you kind of realize that you could get better and you could continue to win more games, but it's a less glamorous play style. And I think where the UCL has never really, we had a dying phase, but where UCL has really always come, and where I see it in Draft Leagues is just the spirit of play. And I think that's when, it's not like people are playing lame, but people just care too much about winning. I think Draft League is the best one-to-one comparison of you're a trainer in real life, you're attacking Pokemon as if you're just a dude going out into the world and these are the guys you have. And it creates this crazy feeling of building weird sets and making what you have work, rather than just being how can I perfectly calculate and defeat everything? And going back to what Alex said earlier in the episode, I think that's why I got a lot of reputation as being this best player, because I never built the best team, but I love using what I have to formulate it to a matchup, and I think that is the spirit of Draft League. So I think it's not draft has become stale. I think the format itself is flawed, but there's a very beautiful way you can play within the format that keeps it lively, and I think community by and whole has lost that.
Yeah. Going off what you said, really I feel the only issue is, like you said, if you're trying so hard that you have stolen yourself, that you've robbed fun from yourself and robbed fun from your opponent by, continuously picking the same top mons, which I think Dr. Psychic did really cool with his new Draft League, was he Mega Dynasty or whatever, Dragapult's gone or Dracovish is gone or something like that. He took away some of the top picks, so now maybe
the same thing here with Zazo about weighting some of the less soulless. There's some of the more soulless picks where it's
oh my god,
that's sick.
Zazo, I'm so glad you just said that. That idea of weighting them based on popularity or usage is fire. That shit is fire.
And it's funny too, because the UCL is a private community, we can kind of flip-flop and change things as we like. And we have in history done things like that, where there are mons that were just really cool that were just not getting play because they were tiered appropriately. So we would lower them a tier or two and be like, hey, have some people draft them this season and realize how cool they are. And since we've had the luxury of not really having to have a perfectly balanced tier list throughout the years. So I like how that's actually actively doing something that we broke the rules. And when game designers talk about is you'd have to make sure the rules involve fun, and that was something that kept happening, where the rules were not including fun, they were cutting out fun. So I like how you found a way to fit the same exact format, but allow more fun to come into it, which is dope. I love that.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next little segment. But first, Zazo, do you want to say anything adding on to what we said?
Call me the BBC King.
I'm the king, period. I'm the complete man, actually. So I guess BBC is included in that.
I guess so. Yes.
Kind of crazy. You're only the king of one thing. Kind of sad.
Baby, am I the king of it?
I love it. I'm so glad I was. What's it called? I was so glad that you were referred to us. All right, so going off of cringe and overused draft picks, the next segment, they're not going to be able to see the tier list until we put on until I make the video, but we're going to go through all the UCL's tier 1 Pokemon. I think going to tier 2 is too much now because we've been talking for a while. We're going to go through all the tier 1 Pokemon and
all of them? That's a lot. I feel like we can just pick up some key ones.
Okay, cool. Fine. All right, so I guess we can do 10 cringy, the cringiest tier 1 picks and 10 of the most Chad ones. So
easily the the cringiest thing so far is that Mega Glade right now, that shit is busted, and nobody picked that up.
Yeah, that needs to be stopped.
Yeah, we've had the same conversation about this like so many times in call and stuff, and it's like, why is that just sitting there? And it's
I don't have a free agent. I would have taken it.
Everyone, there's been people like being like, yeah, I think I'm gonna pick it up, and like,
Never.
dude, it's just, I don't know. And I think again, it kind of attests to the fact where it's like, we don't care about winning anymore.
Yeah. I never had a chance to use it though. I might just snag it. This
You got it, bro.
Free agent comes back tomorrow. I'm snagging that shit.
I mean, I would be remiss if not repping what I believe to be the most fucking spirited Chad pick there is. Komao with Z moves is so fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
Having double Omni boost, having, I think it was 11 separate moves to set up in a different way. He can go physical, special, Spadef, Fizz Def. You can Drain Punch, Tank, Belly Drum. Bro, like, there are so many fun ways to approach a game and so many win conditions to play around that allows your team to play very differently. And like in terms of just like having so many different colorful outs about how you want to play Como, I think that's the most soulful fucking. Ooh, sorry, I keep cursing. Soulful pick
This is fucking. Dude, who cares?
I know.
And not made for children.
Still, there's so many soulful ways you can go at Como, so. That's always, and then any UCL head will know I've represented that for years, so I think that's the most soulful pick there is in the entire draft. I don't know about anything else.
What's funny on that, everything that you just said, Mega Heracross is for me, but the only thing that's fun is just clicking a big ass fucking
let's go.
CC and Spin Missile. That's it. I don't need nothing else. There's nothing more fun than fucking seeing something
just punching a button. And for me too, something I played on the same level is Hoopa Unbound, because pressing Bandit Hyperspace is just, you just get something out of it. You're like, yeah, I like this. Yeah, so it's the same idea as that Mega Heracross. Something I haven't really used much besides as like a spike setter on offense. So, yeah, man, I'm there for it.
Mine isn't that crazy, but I feel like what's really cool, the chattest one, is Blacephalon. And the reason why I say that is fucking because I used to have it, and no matter what, I would be countered every single fucking time. This shit would never get a kill. And the one time it pops off, I'm like, yo, let's fucking go!
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it like that. Like if you can get through it, you can get that power fantasy of just like seeing Blacephalon ramp up and go. Like, okay, I wasn't with you until you explained yourself, and now I'm all the way with you.
Yeah. As for my most cringy, I think like it's either Celesteela or my favorite tier 1 Pokemon, Clefairy. They're both fucking tank monstrosities. I'm glad I have Clefable. I love it, but I know I'm being cringe every time I put it out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a respect for Clefable just because it is like so statistically underwhelming compared to all the other high tier mons that. You know, there is it sucks because a lot of the way you're gonna play Fizz Def Unaware with Wish Attack, but there is a lot of stuff you can do with it. So I don't think you would have to like be super soulless.
It's versatile, but like, when do I ever do that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For me, it probably goes somewhere near Zapdos or Landorus.
Exactly.
Even like you can say, oh, but Zapdos can be this like really cool rain sweeper because you can thunder and hurt, and it's like, okay, like it's still lame. Now you're just playing it lame on a kind of lame play style by just going rain. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, Zapdos to me, it's cool on ladder, but in draft, I feel like you're going down a rough path where your following picks are going to be, big steel type and just be annoying. So, Zapdos to me is something I look at and I'm like, nah.
Zazo, what's the cringiest one for you?
Bro, okay. Greninja in tier 3 is beyond goofy to me.
Oh no, it's only Torrent.
It's Torrent.
Well.
Yes, okay, yeah, I know that. Greninja with Torrent is broken. I get it.
Okay, go ahead.
Special attack isn't high. It's super frail. But man, I promise you, Greninja is a menace.
Zazo, I have been saying that to everybody in the tiering system for seasons upon seasons. We actually had it in the second highest tier for a while, the 140.
It was.
I have been a shooter for that idea, and I know it is, but I think people have just, again, like we said, it's on usage, it's on how people like it, and everybody who has it's just not been able to feel good about it, which it's beyond me. But yeah, so far it's just found its way down to 100. I agree with you. I think it's absolutely unbelievable down there. But you know,
there's some sleeper heat down there.
Yeah.
Like we said, we move things based on, where people want them to be, not where they should be at all times, because it's like, you gotta cater to your community. You gotta, keep fun alive. And if people don't feel like, even if something's good at it, even if something's good at a tier objectively and gets wins, if the player isn't getting satisfied from using it, if it just feels like, this is too expensive, or it didn't go off this week, then they're not going to want to draft it, and the league's going to become less fun. So you gotta kind of adjust that stuff. And for that, even though Greninja's definitely shouldn't be down there, the current state of it is it's performing around that rate, and people like it there. So that's where we are at it. But I agree with you, it is super under tier for us, but whatever.
All right, cool. So I think that's enough. I think we talk good on that point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap it up here. Zazo, what are we gonna see you on next time?
Bro, anytime, buddy.
Okay, cool. I'll invite you back. You're definitely more than welcome back. But you need to respect me when you come on the show. You can't pull that stunt that you did at the beginning. That's kind of disrespectful.
Look it. Next time, ain't just gonna be me. It's gonna be my boys, the Flying Bird. It's gonna be Dashing. I'm getting my boys next.
Wait, who?
Who? Oh, but are they the king?
Wait, I'm just wondering who asked.
Yeah.
Like, full stop. Like,
Oricorio comes out, hits you guys with the RKO, it's over.
Oh, no, not again. Not again. Just short trembling.
I want to let you know, Zazo, Oricorio had like fucking. Well, how many kills did you get with Oricorio on that one season?
Oh yeah, I got him in the
plus.
No. It was like 20 something. Yeah. He was 13th in the MVP.
Insane.
Yeah.
Out of control.
I've been an Oricorio man.
Zazo, you got any are you gonna be a part of any tournament? Any sort of what are you gonna be on coming soon? Anything going on?
So right now I'm playing a semis-finals match, and then I'm gonna be after I smoke that kid, I'm gonna be playing a finals match in DGBA. You're in that server. So
okay, yeah. All right, I'll link that. I'll link it. I'll link it
in the top division.
Oh, you got the top.
I'm trying to get some top division.
I didn't know you were in the top division. Oh, my bad. My fault. Back up.
My bad, sir.
It's like that.
I means no trouble, sir. Jesus. All right, so good luck to you on that. Love to have you back on the show. You have anybody to shout out?
All right, shout outs to my boy Gypsy King, Maddie Brawley, Aki, and Ice Demon Gray is the most trash person at Pokemon of all time.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it. No, I didn't hear about nobody on that list. They're definitely not the king. So
yeah,
or the BBC king.
That's
or
true.
and BigPugs.
That's true.
None of them. So
Notorious, baby.
UCL BigPugs. We've been doing content since before YouTube. Diss tracks, just everything. Just everything. Do you got anybody to shout out?
Honestly, bro, I'm in the King's throne room, so I gotta say the King, man. The UCL definitely. You know, we've been experiencing these videos as you make them. This is new for us too. You know what I mean? So coming out with them and seeing them post in the media server and have everybody like talk about them and get hyped for them, man. These videos are great. I love this. So shout out to the King himself, just rocking it. Because dude, we like genuinely love these videos. They need more. Like maybe it's just because we're in the league, but they need more clout. So like watch, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Like. Help blow my man up. I love this, so I want to see you keep going.
So, I'd like to thank me. I'd like to shout out me. I worked very hard for this. I do the videos. I struggled and suffered. I was very patient and very kind to myself. I'd like to thank me for just putting 100% in. And I'd like to thank me for never giving up on me.
Preach, brother.
So, yeah.
Amen.
Thank you, me.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for his blessings.
All right, that was UCL BigPugs and Zazo. Two great guys, really cool. They're welcome back on any time. We're going to end this episode of Fake Out. Thanks for watching. We're going to go to commercials.
Peace, boys.
Dodging the interview. Give the people what they want. Orange. Stop dodging the interview. Give the people what they want. Orange. Stop dodging the interview.